All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and welcome. I'm Emily Madero. I am the president and CEO of French Quarter Festivals, Inc., which, as you know, is the nonprofit organization that produces Satchmo Summerfest. And we are so excited to be here today with some of our critical partners, our sponsors, our fans, and of course, our partners here at the Jazz Museum. Before we kick it off, I just want to acknowledge Greg Lambusi and his team here at the New Orleans Jazz Museum. It's incredible to be in this beautiful space and also to see how the museum continues to evolve. Greg is going to share a little bit more about some of the programming that you can look forward to throughout the weekend. And thank you so much to Mrs. Wheat's Pies. Bryant is going to share more about what the menu is to offer for the weekend, but hopefully everybody can have a little try of the food outside. I highly recommend the jambalaya and the Cajun meat pies. They are delicious. We are certainly here to celebrate our culture, which of course is not only the music on the stages, but the delicious food to enjoy as well. We are here today to celebrate our 25th anniversary of Satchmo Summerfest. This festival, thank you. The first festival was organized. It was a collaboration with a group of music historians to commemorate what would have been Louis Armstrong's 100th birthday, and of course the renaming of the airport. And what was a one-time celebration has certainly turned into an annual way that we mark our calendar here in New Orleans festival season. We celebrate Louis Armstrong in his birthplace, one of the most critical and influential, not only musical talents to come out of New Orleans and this country, perhaps the world, but also just an incredible cultural icon. So we're very proud to do that here in New Orleans. We're proud to do that with the support and collaboration of the New Orleans Jazz Museum, and we're looking forward to a really fun weekend ahead. As a nonprofit, we are here to continuously strive to achieve our mission, which is, of course, to showcase our incredible, unique local culture, to do that in a way that drives economic impact and supports our cultural economy, and also to instill an increased sense of pride in the people of New Orleans. So everything that we do celebrates our music and our food and our culture. Our communities are coming together. We believe that access to arts and culture is critical to our quality of life. It's the reason why we all love being here and being together. It makes communities stronger. And we really couldn't do that without some incredible partners who help ensure that all of our events are beautiful celebrations of our authentic culture, but also do that in a way that makes it accessible and welcoming to everybody in our community and from abroad and throughout the country. New Orleans and Company, of course, is here with us today and has been a critical partner in helping to make sure all of our events are admissions free. But first, I would like to welcome Lisa Alexis as the presenting partner of Satchmo Summerfest. NOTCF has really been, a steadfast champion of New Orleans arts and culture. They came on first as a musician sponsor at Satchmo Summerfest. They quickly realized what a gem this is in terms of celebrating our history and preserving our culture here in New Orleans. And they have been with us. This is their second year as presenting sponsor. We couldn't be more proud to collaborate with them and to have their support. So I'd like to introduce our first two speakers of the morning. First, you'll hear from Lisa Alexis, who is the president of the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Fund. Oh, dear. And then, here we go. Lisa Alexis will talk about our event's cultural impact and the cultural economy here. And then we will hand it over to Alice Glenn with New Orleans and Company. They have been an incredible champion of the hospitality industry here in New Orleans and our community and culture as a whole. So thank you so much, Lisa and Alice. Please welcome to the podium. Help me welcome Lisa. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you, Emily Madero, who has been a champion of our culture from the day I met her in 2019. And so it is wonderful to be here in representing the New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Fund on behalf of our board of directors and a dynamic team that I have the pleasure of serving with and serving the culture. Thank you to our team who are selfless and tireless in what we do. And I'd just like to say we are so proud to be presenting sponsors, but we're proud to be anywhere where we're supporting our culture. And the 25th anniversary of the Satchmo Summerfest is so significant and impactful because it pays tribute to our most iconic native son, Louis Satchmo, and then it also, in the celebration of Louis Satchmo Armstrong, also celebrates and affords great opportunities for our local artists, our creatives, to afford to showcase all of their great talents, the food, the music, arts and crafts. It is just amazing. And we stand in partnership with all of the sponsors that are here today and that will be a part of the Summerfest because we know that this will be another iconic and exciting weekend of celebration that will have our guests, tourists from afar, and locals right nearby coming to support. So I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity. It matters, it's meaningful, and it contributes to the $1.6 billion that we see as an economic impact each year, and it's continuing to grow. So thank you so much for the opportunity to sponsor, and know that I will be here enjoying myself, the music and the food, and probably putting on a few pounds, but it's all good. Thank you.
Always beautifully said, Lisa. And thank you, Emily. My name is, me too here. My name is Alice Glenn. I'm Executive Vice President of New Orleans and Company. And I'll just say a few quick words. One is that the summer and August in particular are critically important months for visitation here to our community. There are a few milestone events that happened over that time, and I can't think of a better one, a more impactful one that really meets us at the intersection of our mission and really just what makes New Orleans so incredibly unique and special, and that's Satchmo Summerfest. It's such a delight to have partnered with the French Quarter Festivals Inc. team and Emily over the years to make sure that this festival is accessible to both residents and visitors alike. That's the premise with which we do all of our work. If a resident is excited and if it's good for a resident, then it's going to be good for a visitor. And so we are all personally so excited and looking forward to this weekend to celebrate with all of you. We hope that you'll take a moment while you're here for the festival. Incidentally, I've been traveling a lot this summer. I've been on the road selling New Orleans all over the place. And let me tell you something. We have a bad rap for August being hot in New Orleans. It is hot everywhere. I've been to Chicago, I've been to New York, I've been all over the place, and it is hot. But you know what, Greg? It's really cool in here. And this is a really cool, unique, remarkable festival. And so we, again, are so thrilled to be here with you. I hope that while you're downtown in the quarter that you'll stay overnight in one of our great hotels, that you'll visit one of our fantastic restaurants, which for the month of August are celebrating culinary, that you'll visit one of our wonderful museums like this one for Museum Month here in August. But more importantly, just get out and celebrate the unique, remarkable, and welcoming culture that we celebrate here in New Orleans. Thank you.
Well, here at Satchmo Summerfest, we are not running away from the heat. We are running right to it. It's in the name. It is a Summerfest. We are embracing that. And we've been doing this for 25 years, and we know a thing or two about having a good time coming together, enjoying our music, and keeping everybody comfortable. So we've got some incredible sponsors that are making sure that we've got shade tents, we've got neck chillers, misting tents, and this beautiful facility with very cool air conditioning. Not to mention some Plum Street snowballs and acai bowls from In a Bowl. So lots of cool treats out there as well. As we reflect on 25 years, you're going to hear some incredible music on the stages. We'll have 8 food vendors. It really is just a joyous family reunion. I was telling Alice and Jeremy earlier that you might actually see some family reunion teachers out there. This is, an annual celebration, and it's a joy to work on and participate in. But it's also a lot of hard work behind the scenes, and it is a true labor of love. And before we hear from some of our other speakers about what we can look forward to enjoying on the stages, I want to recognize somebody who has been behind the stage for all 25 years of this festival. She was president of French Quarter Festivals, Inc. When this festival was conceived. She planted the seeds with the city of New Orleans for years before this festival even happened, to make sure that we were doing something in this community to recognize Louis Armstrong. And she has been here every year since to make sure that we were well-funded, that we were a welcoming community, that we were keeping in line with the true spirit and purpose of this event, and also just making sure that everything that was going on behind the scenes ran smoothly, coordinating everything from sewage and water board to City Hall with us. So, Brenda Thornton, you are an incredible champion of New Orleans culture. You have been a tireless advocate of French Quarter Festivals, Inc. We would not be here celebrating our silver anniversary without your enthusiastic and passionate advocacy. And so we'd like to give you the Spirit of Satch Award for helping to keep the Spirit of Satch alive for 25 years. Come on up. Brenda didn't know I was going to put her on the spot, and I'm not going to ask you to speak, but I do want to give you a big hug. I'd like to take a picture and recognize your leadership.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you do.
Oh, thank you so
Be careful,
very
that's
much.
heavy.
It is. I just want to thank everybody, but this has been a labor of love, commitment, and everyone knows my commitment to the culture. But at the time that Satchmo was supposed to turn 100 years old, we were planning the millennium, and it wasn't until the next year that really things happened. So that's why we're at the 25th year. But thank you to all of our board members who got behind it and have continuously. Thank you. And you. And you.
French Quarter Festivals, Inc. French Quarter Festivals, Inc. is a community engine, and it is fueled by volunteer board members, by passionate fans, by an incredible army of volunteers. And Brenda is a great example of our festival family and community that helps us make these moments possible. So thank you. All right, well, we are looking forward to being here this weekend, August 2nd and 3rd. We'll kick off the weekend with the Roots of Music. This is always one of those fun moments. I don't know if any of you get emotional with big sounds and beautiful music. You'll see me, I'll probably shed a tear. I promise you it's of joy because it's just such an awesome moment. But they'll kick things off on Saturday at 11:30, right when we open the stages. We are proud to showcase a dynamic lineup of performances throughout the week. We've got some wonderful festival debuts. Jelly Joseph is making her festival debut on the Delta Utilities stage. We've got one of my favorites, James Andrews, who is such an incredible ambassador of New Orleans music, and he'll be playing with the Sons of Satchmo on the Fidelity Bank stage. And this year's lineup also includes Delfeo Marcellus and the Uptown Orchestra, featuring Corey Henry and Tanya Boyd Cannon, who has just an amazing voice, and that's going to be a wonderful collaboration to enjoy. We've got Victor Campbell, the Young Fellas Brass Band, the original Panettes, Kyle Roussell's Church of New Orleans, featuring Erica Falls and Kiana Linnell. And Shamar Allen is going to play with special guest Cyril Neville to make this year's celebration of our 25th anniversary one that we'll never forget. So thank you so much. Inside right here, we'll be enjoying historians and lectures and interviews from Satchmo Satchmo scholars. We've got composer and educator Roger Dickerson being interviewed by music historian David Cunion. And that is part of what makes this event unique and different. We've got so many festivals that happen throughout the year. We love them all. I would say that this is probably the last festival of our season before we close out the festival season. And we want to do that in a way that not only honors the incredible music, but also provides an opportunity to preserve the history and to learn about Louis Armstrong. Downstairs, you can cool off and enjoy the Gallatin Street Records piano sessions, and Greg is going to tell you a little bit more about that, but many of you have seen Ricky Riccardi up here on this stage doing talks about Louis Armstrong, but we're going to get to hear him play some piano with Wendell Brunius, which will be a really special, unique, and intimate musical moment with our piano sessions. Our next speakers are going to share a little bit more about what to expect on the stages and with programming. And we really couldn't do this, as I mentioned. This is a massive collective community endeavor. I'd like to introduce Tammy O'Shea. She is the Chief Marketing Officer of Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank has been an incredible partner to us, not only in business, but also making sure that all of our community programming is world-class, and we're so grateful to have them back. We'll also hear from Jeremy Turner, which Delta Utilities, they actually partnered with us at French Quarter Festival as a new partner, and we couldn't be more proud to have them here today. They're going to make sure that everybody is cool in the shady Esplanade side of the festival. Jeremy, we're looking forward to having you and your team here and appreciate all you do to make New Orleans a better place to live and to enjoy our incredible culture. And then finally, Greg Lambusi. Tell us a little bit more about the piano series and what we can expect with a special retrospective exhibit featuring Satchmo Summerfest artwork. All right, Jeremy, I'm going to have you come up first, and then we'll welcome Tammy. Thank you so much.
I'll try to do this without breaking it. There we go. Good morning. Thanks for allowing us to be here. On behalf of Delta Utilities, I'm thrilled to announce our sponsorship of the Esplanade Stage at this year's Satchmo Summerfest. Delta Utilities, for those of you that do not know, is a Louisiana-born natural gas utility headquartered here in New Orleans, Louisiana, providing gas services all throughout Louisiana and Mississippi. As a company committed to building a stronger, more resilient community along the Gulf Coast, we couldn't be more honored to support the celebration of Louis Armstrong's legacy and the New Orleans musical heritage. We heard this morning about Louis Armstrong rising from humble beginnings to become a global icon, which embodies the resilient spirit that we see in New Orleans every single day. The festival to us, captures the spirit through the two stages of music celebrating Louis Armstrong's influence, authentic Louisiana culture, cuisine, indoor lecture series on Armstrong's impact to American music and culture, and the opportunity to experience what makes New Orleans the birthplace of jazz. We see Satchmo Summerfest as a perfect alignment with our company's values. By sponsoring the stage, we're not just supporting the festival, we're investing in local musicians, restaurants, the venues, and a tourist economy that makes New Orleans such a special place to live. At Delta Utilities, we believe in making a positive impact to the lives of our customers and fostering growth within our communities that we live and operate in every single day. When we purchased the natural gas operations of Energy earlier this month, we hired 200 employees to ensure that we had seamless operations over our transition. We also hiring over 200 new people in the community here in New Orleans at our headquarters off of St. Charles Avenue, and making a positive economic impact that matches the cultural impact that we think everyone is making every single day in this community. So I encourage people to visit our website at deltautilities.com/careers and apply for those positions that are being actively recruited and hired for today. Looking ahead, we're excited to introduce the Delta Utilities Foundation later on this year, designed to provide grant funding to local organizations that matter to our community. And we are committed to growing alongside this community while honoring what makes it unique. So come see us this weekend. We'll have customer service representatives out at our tent near the Esplanade stage and handing out great, Delta Utilities goodies. We've got all kind of things like oven mitts and wooden spoons, all the things that make us a great place to be and cook and be part of a community. And we'll also be there helping customers navigate sort of this transition with a new natural gas provider. So helping you sign up for accounts and just understand what any questions that our customers may have through this transition. So we look forward to celebrating not only great music, but also the legacy of a true New Orleans legend. So thank you.
Good morning. Fidelity Bank, I was trying to look back. I think this is our 7th year being the stage sponsor of Satchmo Fest. Fidelity Bank's mission is to be here for good, and that speaks to the longevity of our institution being a local community bank, not Fidelity Investments, Fidelity Bank, for over 100 years. But it also speaks to our mission of giving back. And we really focus our giving in 3 areas: making home ownership possible, financial literacy and capacity, and arts and culture. And arts and culture is where we get to have the most fun. Emily and French Quarter Fest came on board with us a number of years ago, 7 to 8 years ago, when we introduced a new program called Community Partners, which puts our focus on nonprofits. And I'm happy to say you were our very first community partner at French Quarter Festivals. And we've grown that program to represent well over 300 nonprofits here in the local communities, one of them being Roots of Music, who we were able to introduce to the festival, and now they open it up, and it's a great way to put a shine on them and really kick the festival off in a great way. So we're really pleased to be a part of this. If anything else we do, this festival truly represents arts and culture in New Orleans, and we're excited for our 7th year. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. First, I want to thank Emily and her incredible team at French Quarter Fest, Inc. And it's a pleasure to have the festival here every year. I think I was saying about it a little bit ago. I've been associated with this building, I think, for about 30 years now, and it's hard to believe that it's 25 years that Satchmo Fest has been happening. But so much looking forward to it. We're sponsoring the Gallatin Street Records piano series this year, and it's going to take place in our gallery on the floor just below us. It's a really neat environment. We've experimented with it for a bit now, Emily's team has, and it's really special. And looking forward to all the wonderful artists who are going to be performing. As Emily mentioned, we're also going to be we're also sponsoring the exhibit on the history of Satchmo Fest, and the title is "Brother, Can You Spare a Quarter?" It's of course a play on the Depression era song "Brother, Can You Spare a Dime" that Louis Armstrong and Bing Crosby made very popular. But I want to thank David Cunian for his work on the exhibit, and Penelope Jenkins for her hard work on it as well. This room, we just did a total upgrade, and Danny Kadar and Travis Wagaspack back there doing a great job. Our control room is beautiful, and now has a Dolby Atmos surround system in it, ideal for mastering and producing. What we like to focus on LPs, and so with Gallatin Street Records, but we also are working on upgrades of our grounds as well. We received a grant from the Economic Development Administration. That work's going to begin in September, and we're also, thanks to Herb Alpert, working on, well, and also thanks to Herb for this work on this room, getting ready to switch our focus to our education center. and putting a world-class recording studio in there. So we'll have an education center that happens to have a world-class recording studio. And I want to give a shout out to all the hard work, Lisa McClendon, who's standing right over there in our education department. All to say that this work will begin soon, but it'll be finished no matter what in time for French Quarter Fest in April. But we have a target date of January, but supply chain issues, but we've timed it so that we have plenty of time to get it done. But I also want to make sure that I thank Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser for all of his support, and a big thank you to everybody here for making this all possible. Thank you.
Exciting times here at the Jazz Museum and in New Orleans in general. I would like to introduce our next two speakers. We've heard a little bit about the music and, of course, Louis Armstrong and the reason why we're all here today. But one of his favorite dishes was red beans and rice, of course, being a New Orleans favorite. And food is a really important part of our culture and what we do with all of our events. So it wouldn't be a party without something yummy to eat. Bryant Wheat, you are an incredible entrepreneur and partner with all of our events. Thank you so much for participating and making sure that our festival goers have delicious things to enjoy. Please come on up and tell us what we can enjoy and look forward to for this weekend. And then next we'll have Kristen Gadney. A big part of what we do is, we work with a lot of our community. We have big gatherings, and our official healthcare provider, LCMC Health, is here to make sure that festival goers will have fun and do it in a way that they can stay well, enjoy themselves, and continue to focus on wellness. So she's going to tell us a little bit about what we can expect at festival in that capacity. Welcome, Bryant.
Hello, everyone. I am Bryant Wheat. I am proud to be a third generation of serving our delicious meat pies to the New Orleans area. Our story started back in the late 70s when my grandmother, Helen Wheat, moved her family to New Orleans from Natchitoches, Louisiana, and they opened up a local restaurant, Wheaties, Meat Pies, and Curly Fries. Since then, we've been a part of the 1984 World's Fair, Jazz Fest, and French Quarter Fest. 40 years later, we still have a great relationship with French Quarter Fest organization. Eventually, my father opened up his production facility. He grew the presence of meat pies in New Orleans and deepened the love from the community for them to what it is today. Growing up around these great festivals, I experienced Southern hospitality at a young age. I met so many people over the years and created so many unforgettable memories that, like Emily said, this is more like a reunion where I get to see my best friends and family while enjoying great food and listening to great music. Speaking of great music, Satchmo Festival celebrates one of the greats, Louis Armstrong, and the powerful beat from the sound of his trumpet. Armstrong wasn't just a New Orleans legend, but he transformed jazz, he broke through barriers, and he took New Orleans music to the world stage. His legacy reminds us that through one voice, one horn, everyone can come together. It's music like this that flows through the city and is the heartbeat of New Orleans. But now let's talk about the soul of New Orleans, and that's the food. The great, delicious foods around the city define the city. You can find some of these great dishes this weekend at Satchmo Festival. Starting with us, Mrs. Wheats will be serving the family favorite chicken and sausage jambalaya, our classic meat and crawfish pies, our French Quarter Fest favorite, the crab and artichoke mini pies, along with our curly fries. But we're not the only heavy hitters out here this weekend. You can also enjoy the bang bang shrimp, spicy tuna, jerk chicken, Southern's chicken sandwich, red beans and rice with fried chicken, along with one of my favorites, the fried green tomatoes. So make sure you get out, come visit us this weekend, and have a great time. I hope everyone has a great week and an even better weekend. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Again, I'm Kristen Gradney, and I'm the Chief Wellness Officer at LCMC Health. And I love what Brian just said, right? Like, we want you to take care of your heart and your soul, and no better way to do that than this weekend at Satchmo Summerfest. And so we are so excited to be a partner and to be the official healthcare provider of the Summerfest. So what that means is that this weekend you will see our staff out around the Mint with first aid stations to take care of everyone. And really at LCMC, we focus on creating a culture of wellness. That's actually our vision. And what that means is not just in the four walls of a hospital where we actually care for your heart, but we want to care for your soul too. And that's through the well-being of our community, through the five senses that'll be, elevated this weekend. Your taste buds, your heart will enjoy the music, your mind, be with your family, bring your children out. We want to develop this culture in our children too, where well-being is not just taking care of yourself in the hospital, but really taking care of yourself everywhere. So thank you to all of our fellow partners and the leaders who put this on. And I know that it is truly a labor of love for our community, and we are so excited to be a partner. And again, we look forward to providing the first aid stations, but also when you look at those delicious foods on the menu, there are some healthy options too. So we have little Keeping You Well hearts on the menu that indicate items that will bring you some balance, right? You can have the fried chicken sandwich, but maybe you have something a little lighter in the afternoon and try to balance it out. So we want to take care of you, full mind, body, soul. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here today, and thank you for the opportunity to be a partner.
All right, I'm getting excited. We are so excited to have you all with us today. And again, I am going to raise a toast. Please come out and join us. We've got some wheat pie, Mrs. Wheat pies. We've got some nice beverages from our friends at Abita. This is a Satchmo peach spritz. It's delicious. You can look forward to enjoying one this weekend. And we've got some awesome Louisiana iced tea and Folgers coffee to keep everybody going for a good time. All right. Happy 25 Satchmo Summerfest. Thank you so much.